A female childhood friend. A figure that every male wants to have in their life. That young girl grows up to be the most popular and beautiful girl in the classroom, and everyone envies how close the two of you are. That's usually how childhood friends are in stories. But in reality...
Why are you dozing off? Hurry up and grab the assignments.
Just like this, close friendships in the past fade away as you grow older. She used to be so cute and whiny before, but now she acted like this. Sorry, Igasaki. I, Naoto Hanasaki, apologized to my childhood friend, Kanade Igarashi, and grabbed the papers. We were close in the past, but now, we only talk if we need to. If we weren't assigned to sit in the same row as each other, we probably would only talk once a month. I wonder how we ended up like this. As for me, I want to go back to how close we were before. I didn't know if it was because we were going through puberty or if I did something to make her mad, but Kanade only continued to push me away from her. Our parents were still close though. Things continued like that until one day...
Hey, Naoto, do you have a second?
Yeah, what's up?
I have something important to talk to you about. Can you give me a few minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Let's step outside for a bit.
Why do we have to go outside?
There's someone I want you to meet. Well, I also think it's best if all of us talk together.
All of us? I was confused by my dad's words, but followed him anyway. There I found... Igarashi!
Hanasaki?
For some reason, Dad brought me to my neighbor Igarashi's house. Dad, what's the meaning of this?
The truth is, I'm going to get remarried to Manami-san.
Manami-san is Kanade's mom's name. You serious?
Yeah, I am.
Mom, I didn't hear about this either. Because I never mentioned it. Why would you hide something this important?
Kanade, who didn't hear a word about her mother's remarriage, couldn't help but chime in as well.
I'm sorry, Kanade-chan. It was an awkward topic to bring up.
I mean, that's true. Both of their previous partners passed away early on, but they were now together with not just their neighbor. Their children were old friends, so that was probably a hard topic to bring up.
But we're telling you guys now because we wanted to know your opinions too. If we get remarried, we're gonna have to live together. We're neighbors right now, but financially, we're gonna have to let go of one of the houses in the end. The addition of a parent is probably going to be confusing for you two too. So if you guys don't want us to get married, we're gonna wait until you guys graduate and leave the house.
Dad was busy with work, but he raised me well as a single father. Even now, he didn't want to do anything that would upset me. Kanade, I'm gonna support the remarriage.
Why did you suddenly stop calling me by my last name?
What about you?
Yeah, I support it too.
I'm sure that deep down, Kanade didn't like what was going on. But just like how I felt with my dad, she probably only wanted her mother to be happy. So she forced herself to nod her head in agreement.
Really? If you guys are okay with it, we're thinking about submitting our marriage papers as soon as possible.
Okay, you guys should do that.
Thank you, both of you.
After that, the two of them officially got married. So Kanade and I became step-siblings.
What should I do? I can't believe I have to live with Naoto now. How am I going to stand that? I mean, there's going to be so many chances to make him fall for me. I won't be able to resist. I mean, if we're siblings, there won't be any problem with us sleeping on the same bed, right? I'm so excited! Great job, Mom! I, previously Kanade Ibarashi and now Kanade Hanasaki, always kept on a cool personality, but that wasn't actually my true self. I was just putting on a mask so that Naoto wouldn't find out about my feelings for him.
Should we decide on some rules for living together? It was finally the first day of living together with Kanade. I was feeling extremely awkward and asked her a question.
Sure, like who gets to take a bath first? You can get in first, and I'll take my baths after you.
Huh? I could go first? I assumed that you'd want to be first.
I mean, I don't want you to drink the water I bathed in or anything like that.
What kind of person do you think I am?
I think you're handsome. Naoto-kun, could you come here for a second?
Oh, yes!
Listen to what I'm saying.
Why are you mad all of a sudden?
That's always been a bad habit of yours since you were younger.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna go and help Manami-san.
So you're saying Mom is more important than me?
Why are you even asking me that?
Oh,
I don't get why you're pissed at me. You're not usually like this.
you guys are friendly as usual.
I don't think that the situation seems friendly.
Really? You guys look like great friends.
Oh? Manami-san's simple-minded as usual. After Kanade and I helped Manami-san, we ate dinner together. She seemed to be in a mood during the entire dinner, but I had no idea what she was upset about. But I mean, thinking back to how things have been recently, I feel like she's always like this. That night, what is that?
Oops.
Kanade?
Why are you awake?
What are you doing?
I thought this was my room.
You came into the wrong room? Then you should head back.
I want to sleep now.
What? Why are you putting my covers over you?
I'm gonna sleep here.
What? But this is my room.
Don't fuss over the small details.
I don't think that's a small detail. She fell asleep? Right here? You're kidding me! I couldn't help but be in total confusion for my childhood friend sleeping in this situation. I tried to poke her cheeks, but she just wouldn't wake up. I guess I have no choice but to sleep on the living room sofa. Huh? Kanade?
Naoto, you should sleep here.
Are you sleep-talking?
We're siblings, so there's no problem with us sleeping on the same bed.
What? That is a problem! That was the first thought that popped into my head, but I also thought that this was my chance. Even if she was saying all this half asleep, maybe this was my chance to be friends with her again. Okay, just today then. But Kanade, you're sleepy already, right?
It's okay. I'm wide awake now.
What? Then she should go back to her room. I thought that for a second, but if I said that out loud, we wouldn't have a chance to make up, so I didn't mention it. What should we even talk about? Kanade, are you mad at me about something?
What? Why would you ask that?
Because ever since middle school, you've been unfriendly with me.
That's because...
Kanade! What are you doing?
I was embarrassed and couldn't talk to you properly. That's why I became unfriendly.
Kanade, no, you're lying to me, aren't you?
What? Why would you say that I'm lying?
Because there's no way you'd suddenly act like that, Kanade. Plus, it makes no sense that you'd be unfriendly to me just because you didn't know how to talk to me.
This guy, he's usually so clueless, but it's so annoying that he's sharp-minded at times.
What? Did you say something?
Nothing.
If you say so.
Anyways, I'm tired now, so I'm going to sleep.
What? I didn't even get an answer to my question. Plus, isn't it unfair to avoid answering my question by sleeping? That sounds so fake. After that, I tried to wake Kanade up somehow, but she wouldn't get up. Well, since she was obviously fake sleeping, it was more like she wouldn't open her eyes. I didn't want her to hate me for being persistent, so I had no choice but to give up and fall asleep. However, I can't sleep! Kanade was my childhood friend, but she was still a beautiful girl that got a lot of attention at our school. Of course, I was nervous to be sleeping next to her. To be honest, I should be praised for not doing any funny business in a situation like this.
Why isn't he trying anything on me in a situation like this? I'm sleeping next to you all defenseless, so you should try something. Are you okay with this, Naoto? This might be your only chance. I was restless because Naoto didn't try any funny business, even when he was sleeping next to a girl. I mean, if it doesn't work today, I'll just come in here again tomorrow. Oh, what's wrong with you two? You both look so tired.
Next morning, when Kanade and I walked into the living room, Manami-san questioned us curiously. As for Kanade, she was obviously still half asleep. Seems like she was only pretending to sleep last night. We stayed up a little late.
Together?
Basically.
I see. You guys are close friends after all. I'm not gonna say anything, so don't worry about me, okay?
Yeah, she's getting the wrong idea. But it is true that we slept on the same bed, so it's hard to deny anything. Kanade, wake up! We have to eat breakfast.
I'm sleepy.
Hey, you need to get up! Manami-san's watching, so get yourself together!
Oh, I don't mind. Be as friendly to each other as you like.
Manami-san, please don't joke around like that.
But I mean, Kanade-chan, you're half asleep right now. You're like a little girl. I'm not a little girl. Oh, you're so adorable. You can stay like this forever if you want.
That's true, but we'd be in a lot of trouble if she stays like that.
I guess we have no choice but to feed her this.
Manami-san pulled a bin out from the fridge that clearly looked like it was filled with hot sauce.
Kanade-chan, open wide. Say ah. Oh. What? It's so spicy!
Kanade? Are you okay? Here's some tea. Kanade grabbed the cup of tea from my hand and chugged it down. That must have been super spicy.
Thanks, Naoto. But first of all, Mom, you fed me that thing again, didn't you? Yes, the hot sauce I made specifically for waking you up.
That was Manami-san's handmade sauce? Wow.
You're so mean. You know I hate spicy things and make me eat something like that? But it works, right? You wake up immediately. I want you to use a nicer method to wake me up. I mean, it's okay to whine, but remember that Naoto-kun's watching everything. What? Listen, Naoto, you didn't see anything, okay?
What are you saying so suddenly?
Just listen to me. You didn't see anything, understood?
Okay. I'm sure she was embarrassed that I saw her whining half asleep. The cool personality she had on at school was gone for the moment, and it was almost like the old Kanade was back. On that day at school...
Is it true that the change in Igarashi-san, Hanasaki-san's last name had something to do with you? I mean, there's a rumor that you guys are siblings now.
The girls in our class were super interested in the fact that Kanade's last name changed. Wasn't sure where they were getting this information exactly, but it was probably from Kanade. Yeah, it's true.
Hey, so how was Hanasaki-san at the house? What kind of conversations do you guys have?
Kanade kept a cool personality at school, so she didn't talk to the girls at school much. They were all probably interested in finding out how Kanade actually was and asking me for information. It looked like they couldn't wait to learn more about her. I can't answer if you ask me all at once! What? Kanade! While the girls were interrogating me, Kanade suddenly grabbed onto my arm.
Naoto's already mine, so don't get too close to him. We even slept next to each other. Eee! So you guys have that kind of relationship? This is more news than we anticipated.
Kanade's statement made it sound like she was clearly into me romantically. The girls got even more excited after hearing that. Kanade? Why would you say that?
Sorry, but I couldn't stand seeing other girls surrounding you.
Does that mean...
Yeah, I've always had feelings for you, Naoto. I was being unfriendly so that you wouldn't find out about my feelings. Naoto, will you make me your girlfriend?
If I was being completely honest, I was surprised. I would have never guessed that Kanade had feelings for me and actually thought that she hated me. But Kanade was a beautiful girl, and I liked her old personality. And if she was still the same girl as the one that she acted like at home, then I only had one answer. Yeah, I like you too. I want you to be in a relationship with me.
Really? You're not joking?
I wouldn't lie about something like this, Kanade. Let's be in a relationship.
Yes. Okay. I'd love that, Naoto.
As we made our relationship official, the girls surrounding us gave us a warm applause. In comparison, the boys that were interested in Kanade were in shock and became sad. And some even cried of jealousy. The reactions we got from the girls and boys were complete opposites. The two of us didn't care about that. We simply hugged and felt each other's warmth. That night, Kanade came into my bed normally.
We can sleep together now, right?
Is that what you want?
Yeah, I want to sleep next to you.
Now that we were dating, Kanade took off her cool girl mask and became the same spoiled girl that she was in the past. But I liked that side of her, so I didn't mind. My days were now going to be filled with giving Kanade a lot of attention and spoiling her as much as I could.